the better part of its history, Guinness has focused production on stouts. However, the company failed to compete throughout much of Great Britain as beer drinkers in the UK turned to lighter lagers. To boost its market share within the lager drinking community, Guinness launched Harp Lager in 1960. But is this lager something you should be drinking? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews.
What up, guys? Yeah, we got another beer today, and it is Harp Lager. And to be perfectly honest, I am surprised I haven't done this one yet. I totally forgot which Irish beers I'd done before in the past, and I was going through, and there's a lot of different ones, like really common ones I hadn't done. So I want to get these out before St. Patrick's Day hit. So we're doing a Harp. I don't think this is a twist off. No, it is not. So we're gonna pop that sucker off. And of course, you know, if you're making black and tans, this is going to be one of those that you're mixing with the Guinness. Because this one, you know, I mean, as I showed in the beginning, it's from the Guinness, same makers. And I like the new logo. It used to have a very kind of metallic-y blue and silver. It was almost like a Bud Light kind of color tone going on. But they fixed that up. And, I mean, this is just a straight lager, 4.5% alcohol, and all that good stuff. You can look at this, super clear. But anyways, let's get into the review and check out the smell. Lighter, you definitely get the grain aroma right off the bat. It's got a little bit of that lemon zesty, getting towards that kind of skunky aroma. Not like heavy, but it's not my favorite aroma, I guess. If you see my other reviews, I am not a big fan of that aroma that you get from like a Heineken or Carlsberg. I don't like that aroma. But that's just me personally. I know other people that love it. It's not my thing. And this has a hint of that aroma to it. Just kind of wet, grainy with some lemon zest in there. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not overpowering though, so I'll give it a half on the aroma. If there's any more pungent, I'd say just it's not for me, for at least aroma wise. So I'll give it a half. But I haven't had Harp in a while, so we'll see what it tastes like. Let's get to the next part. Let's get into this, the taste. I mean, it's not bad. It's crisp. It's, I mean, this is as clear as you're going to get with a beer. I mean, there's not a ton of taste going on. You get a little bit of the grain, kind of very light on... kind of like the barley aspect of it. Very light. And there's definitely a bit of... You get that lemon zesty kind of thing going on. I don't like just reading straight from the label on these things, but just the very last line in red on the label is, clean finish with hint of malt and citrus hops. I feel like they just threw hops on there. Maybe you'll get something that's super into IPAs, like hops. When I'm looking at Harp and a lager, I'm not thinking like a hoppy beer, but they really wanted to kind of... I mean, that's the last word that they like emphasize, hops. It's not a hoppy beer. It's in there, but it's kind of a run-of-the-mill lager, honestly, that you're paying import price for. Although I wouldn't be shocked if they have a brewery in the United States pumping this thing out. I mean, they do make the Guinness Blonde in, Baltimore, so why not use the same place to pump out your Harp lager too? I mean, it's just kind of, it is what it is. It's you got some of that, that malty barley, that light. It's clean. You have some of that lemon zest rind, almost like you're licking a lemon. But there's really nothing that impressive about it. It doesn't stand out. It's okay. It's fine. I guess if you're looking for an Irish beer on St. Patrick's Day and you didn't want to go with just you don't want something heavy as a stout, but you're more of like a Budweiser kind of person, okay, this is fine. It's going to be a familiar taste, but there's really nothing that great about it. I mean, it's not terrible, so I'll give it a half, but nothing's wowing me about it. All right, next category is value for price, and to be perfectly honest, you're basically paying an import price on a beer that is it's mass produced. It's on the same basic level as a Budweiser or a Miller or something. If that's what you're going for, I say just go with the Budweiser or Miller. It's going to be less. You're not paying that import fee, and you're pretty much getting a similar quality beer. So I'm not going to recommend it on value for price because there's just too many similar beers you can get for less. So, all right, next category is distinction, and it's a lager. It's not trying to be anything else. It's not trying to get fancy. It's not churching itself up. It's just a lager. And lagers will vary subtly in taste, but this one's. There's really nothing crazy about it, so it doesn't stand out. So distinction, nah. If you were just to blind drink a half dozen different lagers, you wouldn't be like, oh, that one is definitely Harp. Maybe you're that good at it, but you're like, that one's definitely from Ireland. Nothing. I don't know. I guess nothing about beer or Irish beer makes me think lager. I feel like I don't know. But there's nothing really distinct about it, so I'm not going to recommend a distinction. What's that? Next category is drinkability, and it's an easy beer to drink. I think it's kind of, if you don't want to stick with the stouts all day on St. Patrick's Day, because that'll weigh you down, especially if you got some corned beef and cabbage going on. You're just going to nap all day. So you want something that's lighter. And maybe you don't want to go with the super cheap green beer that the bars are hawking, it's just the beers that are going to expire soon, so they sell that real quick. It's kind of like that if you live near a minor league baseball stadium and they have like those Thirsty Thursdays. Most minor league parks have the $2 super cheap beers, all that stuff. At least in the ones I've been to, I knew people that worked at the beer distributors, and they said all the beer that's sold at those parks are the ones that like the distributors, and they're about to go bad. They don't have much shelf life left, so they just send them there. Which makes sense because some of my worst beer headaches were always after Thirsty Thursdays, and it's just like I should not have a headache from this. Like I've had these beers before. This should not be, but no, it's the almost skunked, but not quite. So I don't know where I was going with that. But, the green beer. So if you want to avoid the green beer and you want something that's not stout level, sure, go with this. There'll probably be some drink specials on Harp and all that stuff. But, I'll recommend it on drinkability. All right, last category is would I buy it again? There might be a time where on a St. Patrick's Day where I just don't want to keep drinking stouts or whatever. I'll go with the Harp, but honestly, I don't even think then. I think I just go with a different lager or a different beer. There's enough beer choices at the bars that I can find something else. So, it's been a while since I've had Harp, and I didn't remember what it tasted like. It's just kind of your run-of-the-mill lager that you're going to be overpaying for. So, I guess no, I'm not. I doubt this will be the last time I have Harp, but I have no intention on buying it again anytime soon. So I will not recommend it for buy it again. So anyways, that is the review of Guinness's Harp Lager. What do you think? What do you guys think of Harp? Is this your kind of go-to St. Patrick's Day lager? Is there something else? Maybe you don't even touch the lagers on St. Patrick's Day. Let me know in the comments. And if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. Check out the podcast, check out the blog, do all that good stuff. And yeah. But anyways, that's the review. So for myself and for Harp, take it easy.